Hey everyone, it's 10:40 in the evening on Sunday the 5th of April and I have just sat down to complete day 5. Kia ora everyone, this is Hey Johanna. Thank you so much for being here today. As I said, it's 10:40 in the evening and I've just sat down to do QUARANTINK and I haven't done any sketching. I haven't even looked at the prompt word yet, so this is going to be a late night. Let's get into it. Day 5's prompt was flowing, and for whatever reason I found this so hard as a prompt. I chose it as part of the list a week or so ago, and yet I still was like, what on earth am I going to draw with this? I started out jotting some ideas down as I always do, thinking of other words that came to mind when I thought flowing. So I wrote down hair, robes, mane, and river. It wasn't like there was nothing to work with there. I mean, all 4 of those things would have been very different illustrations, but I was just so uninspired by all of them. I kept trying to think of like a twist I could put on it, you know, like another interpretation, but nothing was coming to mind. So after a wee while I thought, screw it, sometimes the simple idea is the best idea, and I'm thrilled that I decided to move forward with what I considered to be the most obvious choice and draw a head full of flowing hair. As you've probably noticed, this book is A6, which is a lot smaller than I usually work. I generally like to work in A5 or A4 for more finished pieces, but when I started this book for Inktober last year, I decided to go for a smaller one so that I wasn't too ambitious with my daily drawings, and therefore be more likely to burn out or give up. This worked really well for me at that time because I was busy for most of October traveling, but right now, being at home, not working, not really able to go out anywhere, I was starting to feel a little bit limited by my small canvas. Initially, when I started thumbnailing this drawing, I wanted to have this girl on a detailed background. I wanted to have the background elements be really ornamental and natural and have these sweeping, curving lines to add to the flowing feel of the piece, but as you can see, I hardly had room for the hair, let alone a background. Once I had accepted that I wasn't going to be able to add a background, I began to worry that the piece was going to turn out just too simple. I mean, a good 70% of this drawing is just hair. But after working it a bit more, I realized once again that the kind of simplicity of it was striking and a really good piece on its own. I didn't need to add all this unnecessary ornamentation to create something visually appealing because, well, it already was. I think with a little bit of work, this would make a pretty sick tattoo, and ultimately I'm really happy with how it turned out. So that's day 5 completed. I'm generally pretty satisfied with this piece. Hopefully if someone were to look at this without knowing the prompt, they would think flowing, and I think I have more or less achieved that. Kia ora everyone, have a wonderful evening and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!